How y'all doing?
What's up, Ronnie?
What's going on?
How's the week going so far?
It's been a blessing, man. It's been a blessing.
Can you believe you're at this point? I know that's the dream.
hmm
What does it feel like to be in it?
Just it's another step to making your full dreams come true. Something you dreamt of since I was 5, and I'm finally here. I grew up watching this stuff on TV, so it's just a blessing and honor to be here, be amongst the rest of the best guys in the country.
What are your goals for the week?
Show these teams why they need to pick me. I think everyone else's goal is here is to do the same thing as well. You want to go as high as you can come draft day, and this is a perfect opportunity to show these teams why they should get you.
Do you have any expectation for when the draft you might go?
Nah, man, I'm out here just trying to go as high as possible, do everything I can with my ability, whether that's speaking to coaches and doing all the medical exams and evals and stuff like that.
As a junior, you've been on the tackle list. You ran a lot of tackles. Obviously, defense was better. State doesn't get as much. But how do you think you played last year compared to especially as a junior?
I feel like I did my job. That was something that was preached to us from day one. Do your job and do it to the best of your ability. And whatever my team needed, I was able to do willingly, 100%. I think heading into, you hear a lot of stuff about the interviews and how rigorous it can be, but it was honestly a lot easier than I thought. The coaching staff at Ohio State have trained us, especially football-wise, when it comes to breaking down film, breaking down game plans and stuff like that. So to the guys that's going to be here next year at Ohio State, I promise you guys don't got to worry. You'll be fully prepared.
That background is like all in any conversation you're having with teams at this point, or as far as preparing you for the draft.
Most definitely. I think you got to be fully available and durable in any position that you're required to play. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to play both, so I think it's an advantage on my side to have both of those defensive positions in my toolbox. I'm willing to play both. I'm able to play both at a high level, so I think it definitely helps my case.
Do you think you're better suited to play either free safety or strong safety?
No, I tell coaches wherever you need me, I'm gonna go out there and play. I was blessed and gifted athletically to do both of those things. So anywhere on the defensive side of the ball, I feel like I'm ready to play.
How much did going up against CJ prepare you for the next level?
Tremendously. Confidence level through the roof. Not only CJ, but you got to think about the guys he's throwing to as well. So I've seen him make some of the craziest throws and put him in spots where you just kind of, got to tip your hat off to him. But iron sharpens iron, and you go to a school like the Ohio State, that's what you're going to get day in and day out.
You got a chance to talk to UC Texas?
I have not.
What teams have you met with formally so far?
There's been a few. Can't really give the names of too many, but there's been a few.
What do you think of the idea of potentially playing Michigan at the next level?
Can you repeat that?
What do you think of potentially playing Michigan at the next level?
That's going to be my teammate at the end of the day at the next level. You got to put that stuff behind you. We're on the field. That's going to be my brother, someone I got to trust, someone I got to depend on. And he's got to do the same for me. But the locker room conversations, I'll probably show, how I really feel and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that'll be my teammate. Can you say that again?
What would the conversation be like that with you?
Probably can't say too much on the mic about it, but we'll have that conversation when that time comes.
You mentioned meeting with teams. What is it that you want teams to know about you?
Just I'm a player that can do it all. I'm gifted athletically. I was blessed to do some of the things I can on the field, but off the field, I feel like I'm a great teammate. I'm able to learn things. I'm able to be there for my guys. I feel like I know what it takes, and I'm willing to learn and do whatever it takes to help my team win and to better myself.
How frustrating was that injury last season against Georgia to not have the performance that you guys wanted?
It hurts. It definitely hurts just because we know we felt like we left some things on the field that we could have changed and we could have done better to win both of those games. But at the moment, that's in the past. I'm stepping into a new chapter of my life, and I've kind of been keeping the main thing, which is this right now.
What do you think just the future of Ohio State secondary? What do you think that's going to look like next year?
Amazing. Those guys are going to be ready. Those guys are going to be prepared. Lathan Ransom, you got Josh Prock, you got Denzel, you got young guys coming up. The front seven's going to be off the charts. Those guys are hungry. They're highly motivated. and I'm excited to see them play. You guys should be too.
Ronnie, which of those two safeties jumps out? We've talked a lot about Sonny and maybe Kai. Is that where it starts, or somebody else got your eye?
Outside of the starters, you saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sonny and Kai are just two guys that are off the charts athletically. I mean, you've seen Sonny, and I think Kai's going to be a big eye opener as well. Those guys are willing to do whatever it takes to win. They've listened. They take the coaching well. So I'm super excited for those guys to have a really bright future.
Which one do you think fits more into what you've done?
That's hard to tell, man. Both of those guys can do it all. I mean, obviously Sonny's the bigger kind of build, so he can drop down in the box a little bit more. Kai's a little bit faster, more rangy kind of guy, but they're interchangeable. So I'm super excited for those guys. Yeah. Yeah, don't sleep on Kyle, man. That guy can sling it. I spent a lot of time with Kyle just because sophomore year coming up, when I wasn't with the ones, I was kind of getting looks at by him. But don't sleep on Kyle at all, man. That guy can put the ball where it needs to be. And he still has some great weapons. You guys know Marvin Harrison, Meg, JB, all those guys still coming back. So I'm super excited for that offense as well. I did a little bit, not too much with him being a little bit younger. I took, most of the rest with the ones and stuff like that. But Devin has a tremendous arm as well. He can put that ball pretty far out there. So it's going to be a great battle between those guys. And I'm sure Coach Dale will make the right decision. Can you repeat that? Since the who? I mean, I haven't had a game since, so I haven't really grown, I guess, on the field. But mentally, I've watched the game. I looked at the things that we need to look at, certain mistakes and certain things like that I can improve on. So I guess really just in the mental aspect of it.
Cam Brown is here also. Struggled with injuries. What would you want to say about him? Close contact?
Yeah, I mean, a guy who's never quit. Injuries are very common in this game. You see a lot of guys get injured, and it kind of takes them or derails them off their path and why they started. But that he stayed through it. He was my roommate out here, so we've been chopping it up a lot. But that guy's amazing. On the field, off the field, I'm super excited for him.
What was the Senior Bowl experience like for you?
It was a lot, a very rigorous schedule. But like I said, I was very fortunate enough to be invited and be around some of the top athletes there. So it was a blessing to be invited.
You're the first Ohio State player to win the title since Ronnie Hickman.
I went in very humble, a young guy, and it was my dream school going there. So for you to, say that and say that I left something there, it's a huge honor, a huge blessing for me. There's been a lot of greats at the Ohio State, so just to be mentioned with one like Raekwon McMillan is an honor. I'm just grateful and glad that I was able to do something with my time being there. I believe I have. I believe it was informal.
Can you talk a little bit about if you had a chance to play, what it would mean to join the secondary? I always say to my dad, when you got Trayvon Diggs playing, we could get a former first round pick, you could run from Donovan Wilson.
For sure.
Playing alongside those guys.
I mean, I grew up watching the Dallas Cowboys a lot, so it would be an honor and a blessing to play for them. And they also got Micah rushing the quarterback too, so any guy in the back end appreciates a guy who can get to the quarterback like that. But it would be an amazing and an honor to play for them.
You played in a really competitive high school conference in New Jersey.
There we go.
What prepared you for Ohio State and then now going into that?
I was waiting for a Jersey question, but most definitely, the Big North is one of the toughest conferences, I'd say, in America. I'm very thankful for it. I played against some of the guys that I saw at the next level, some of the guys I'll see at this level as well. But just mentally and physically, playing week in and week out, you're going to play some D1 guys. You're going to play some guys who are coached well, trained well, mentally tough, physically tough. So I'm very thankful for it.
Are the Steelers one of the teams you've met with?
I have not. Not here, no.
What's the best advice you got going into the combine? Who gave it to you?
Best advice. My agent, Andre Odom. Kind of the talk was just stay true to yourself. Be who you are. You've came this far. You're here for a reason. And don't kind of let the moment get too big. Just stay true to yourself. And that's pretty much what I've been doing, and I feel like I've been doing it pretty well. From the Ohio State or just in the league in general? I've always looked up to my guy, Jordan Fuller. He's with the Rams now, but coming in as a freshman, he was a senior. He was a great mentor for me, someone that gave me a lot of access and knowledge to what it took to perform at a high level in college. And, he did the same thing at the next level, so he's always been a guy I looked up to. I think the biggest thing, he taught me was the off the field, the mental aspect of the game. Probably one of the smartest guys I've been around when it comes to just knowing the game of ball and his knowledge as far as that. I mean, when it comes to safeties and all, I look at the versatile guys, the Derwin James, the Jesse Bates, the Minkas, the guys who can do it all. It just looks like they're having the most fun out there. So that's what I really strive for.
High school lacrosse player, correct?
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. So, did you play any other sports in high school?
Nah, just lacrosse and football.
How do you feel like? Did you feel like there were any translatable skills or anything that helped you development-wise from lacrosse? You were able to kind of incorporate into your
Most definitely. I started playing lacrosse at third grade, so it was definitely it was neck and neck with football up until I got to high school. But the lacrosse aspect is totally different. I played midi, so it just allowed me to up my game as far as vision. I was a pass-first guy in lacrosse, so I felt like my eyes were always on the move, and I feel like when it comes to playing free safety or playing in that back end, your head got to be on a constant swivel. You got to know where the defense is going to slide and stuff like that. So just little things like that. My footwork, especially when it comes to lacrosse, you got to be elite in that, and that obviously translates to football as well.
Sure. Any particular coach from football or lacrosse who helped you really develop as you were coming up in high school ranks?
For lacrosse, Coach Joe Gillette. He played at UPenn. He's been a great mentor for me since third grade. We've been locked in ever since. He's like one of those second father figures I had. He's really close with my parents, really close with my family. But Joe Gillette for sure.